As educators, finding a tool that will help us to better fit our students' needs and save time may be a game changer. And I think this tool, Diffit, can be just that for us. So in this tutorial, we're going to take a look at the basics of this tool called Diffit, which is an AI tool, and how you might use it in your own classroom. So here we are at the Diffit main page, which is, you can see the URL here up at the top. If you just did a quick search on Diffit, it would be easy to find as well. The first thing you do need to do is log in, and if you don't have an account already, you will need to sign in with Google. Once you've done that, we'll be able to get started. Now, once you're logged in, you'll see your account in the upper right-hand corner, and we can go ahead and do our first resource. You can see here that we have 3 ways that we can give information to Diffit to give us our materials. The first is just to search on literally anything. The second is to give it a URL that points either to an article or to a video. And the third is if you want to copy and paste an excerpt or text or upload a PDF. Any of those, it will result in the same amount of materials that you will get back out. So let's just, for the sake of trying something, we'll go ahead and put in literally anything here, and we'll choose a topic here. Let's go with the book Charlotte's Web. This is one that kids could read probably at any grade level, but probably starting 2nd or 3rd grade, you may read it as a class. Okay, and what grade do we want to put this at? So you can see our options here. We start at 2nd grade and we go all the way to 11th plus. So let's say we're going to stick with, let's do 4th grade. So we'll go ahead and choose to get resources. Now this does take just a moment for it to bring back our resources. And when it does, you'll see that we are given a variety of things all under our one topic that we chose. Now remember, there were several other ways we could have given information to it. But in this particular example, we just used the topic Charlotte's Web. So from here, you can see we have an adapted reading passage. We have a summary of this. You can see that we have vocabulary words, multiple choice questions, short answer, and open-ended prompts. So no matter what way we feed Diffit information, we will see all of this content, all of these categories come back for us. Now within that, you can see that we can do quite a bit with each of these sections. For example, you can see that we can show sources. You can see exactly where it's pulling information from, so you can vet that information and make sure that it's exactly what you're looking for. You can go directly to those sources from here or under the sources area. I'll go ahead and hide that. You can see that we can edit this. So from here, we can actually get in and make additional changes if we want to add to pieces or if we want to take things away. We could also copy this directly from here if you chose to bring it into another format. If we come down a little bit, I want you to see that you can actually add in vocabulary words. So here are the 5 that it gave us, but let's say we're really looking for a bit more. If we choose to add vocabulary words, we're going to focus down here for just a second. And it says add words automatically, and we can choose up to 5. Let's add 2 more of these and choose to generate. You can see that it's thinking right now, and it's bringing back our 2 additional vocabulary words. For each word, it'll tell us what part of speech it is, the definition, and an example. Now, since I showed you this before, up here, whenever you see this symbol, it means it's in the Pro version. Right now, there is a free version and a Pro, and I'll try to make sure I give you a heads up on which is which. If you have the Pro version, which, as a side note, if you sign up before November 1st of 2023 for your account, you'll have access to the Pro version until the end of January 2024. So if you have the Pro version, you can actually add in your own words up here. If you want to add additional words that it may not come up with on its own. If there's a specific word you want to make sure they know the definition of, you can add it here, hit generate, and it will add it in the exact same format it does here. Word, definition, and example. Pretty great. Down here, we've got multiple choice questions. We can show the answers if we want to see exactly what the answers are. You can also add questions. Right here, we've got basic comprehension. For the Pro version, you can do 3 additional kinds of questions. Let's say basic comprehension, and we want to add 2 more. So it's thinking about that, and it'll generate 2 more questions for us. There they are. When you have those, you can certainly copy it out, or you can edit and add your own questions or take some out as well. We also have short answer and open-ended prompts. They work just the same way that our multiple choice questions did. You can show answers, you can edit them, copy them, and you can add questions. We'll go ahead and add one more. There's really a lot you can do with these, and it just helps to give you a framework to work within. Okay, so in this example, we just chose a piece of a topic, a piece of content that we just said in words. Let me show you another example. If I go back to Diffit, in this example, I'm going to choose a video URL. Here's that note that I mentioned before about using that, they're calling them premium features or pro version until January 31st of 24. In this example, I'm going to grab this URL. It's an article about a Georgia school that's bringing AI into their classrooms. I'm going to grab the URL, bring it back over here, and paste it in. And let's say this time we're going to go with 8th grade, and we'll generate resources. Again, it'll take it just a moment to bring those back to us, but we'll see those same categories. And here we are with those same categories. We have adapted reading passage, summary, vocabulary words, multiple choice questions, short answer, and open-ended prompts. Once again, we could look at the source. In this case, it's just going to be the same URL to the video that we found before, that we gave it before. One thing that we'll see now that we've given it a longer passage and an actual source to go off of is adjust length. You can see here, we want this to be, it gave us medium. We can also go short or long or go with original length. So you can adjust that as well. So again, all the same kinds of options that we saw before when we gave it just a topic. I want to show you some of the options we have with export and share. So let me click on that now. Oh, I didn't mention this, and I should have. You can also translate this into different languages right up here at the top. Okay, so I'm going to choose to export and share. And what you're going to see here are a whole host of options that we have for how to share these. So once again, I want to bring your attention to that little icon that shows that that is a pro version and we'll have access to it for now. We always have the option to print or save it as a PDF, so we'll always have that even on the free version. But on the pro version, I want you to note all the different ways we can take this content and actually make it available to our students. Now these will, you can see at the bottom here, this is a printable or it can be digital. So if you share things to a learning management system or you share it in a digital way, in any way to your students, you can do that through this. So you can see here we've got a bubble map, we've got a 3-2-1 reading summary workbook, we've got claims and evidence slides, cause and effect, and so on. A lot of different options here, and these are just showing you that these are coming in as a Google slide or a Google Doc. So let's just choose one of these to show you how it will actually take the content and put it into one of these formats. Let's choose the 5W workbook. When we do that, it'll show you a preview of what it's going to look like and what standards it's hitting. And we're going to go ahead and choose Open with Slides. Now this will take it just a moment to generate that Google slide, so I'm going to pause for just a second and come right back. Okay, this is what I was presented with. I can open it into Google Slides, or I could share it directly to Google Classroom if you happen to use that learning management system. So I'll go ahead and choose to open it into Google Slides. So whatever Google account you used to sign into Diffit, that's what it'll use to copy this into. The first page is going to be just an instruction page, and then it will allow us to see exactly how it will take that content and rearrange it for us in these formats. So this is taking key vocabulary and it's asking us to fill out the who, where, when, what, and why. Here's a read and summarize, and all these are able to be edited, so you can get right inside of here and make changes if you want to. If we come down a little bit more, here's an answer and explain. So here's a question and how would they explain it. There are additional slides and activities for the students to do. And this was just inside of the one format, one template that we chose. So it's a great way to take your content and really automatically create a activity or activities for your students to use. And this will work just like you share anything else inside of the Google Suite by choosing the share button, getting a link, and then choosing to share it out. We'll come back over here to Diffit and finish up. So a couple of other notes I just want to mention. This tool is connected to a up-to-date, very current database. Let me show you how I know that. This is something that I did. This is a Diffit that I did today where I asked it about the bombing in Israel and I gave it today's date. And it gave me not only information about what had happened, but our sources. And you can see exactly how long ago this information was posted. 9 minutes ago, 1 hour ago, 30 minutes ago. So I want you to understand that it is pulling information, and today's date is October 9th, 2023. So I just want you to see that it is up to date. This is not pulling from old data. This is really real-time information that we're getting. Right, the last thing I want to mention here is everything you create inside of Diffit will be saved inside of My Resources. So if you go here, you're able to get back into anything that you searched for and resources you created. You can bring it back up again, or you can have an option here to delete it or share it out. So this tool, Diffit, is a really great way to level resources for your class and generate not only resources like vocabulary lists and reading passages, but under the Pro version, which we can all use for now, it will give you activities that you can export it into as well. So I hope you can find some great ways that you can use this inside of your own classrooms.